Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and today we're about to take a look at the Marvel Universe Team X Wolverine. Now, I actually just found this guy in stores, and I'm coming around on the Marvel Universe line. I'm still not crazy about it, but this is a guy I wanted from day one when I found out they were making him. Not because I, at the time, thought the figure looked amazing, although he does look really great here in packaging. Not because I'm an intense Wolverine buff, but purely for nostalgia on this guy. Because back in the 90s, when they had the old school X-Men line, I know for a fact I had the 10-inch version of this guy, 10 or 12-inch. I think I had the smaller version as well. Like any child of the 90s, I had 5 million Wolverines, but this guy was always one of my favorite. Surpassed only by that one that had a little circle in his chest and you put a disc in his back and he would project pictures on the wall, and as you turned the tab on his back, the pictures would change. I haven't seen those in forever, but I'm rambling. Team X Wolverine here, as you can see, has a very nice bit of box art up here. Of course, you should get a look at packaging here. I don't know if those goggles can come down or not. I would guess no. He's got a pistol on his chest, a pistol at his side. His gun over here, which is the standard Marvel Universe gun. Really wish they'd make a couple more of those. Just give us a little more options as far as weapons. His base and his secret files on the back of the packaging here. Let's get this glare off the box. His little read-up says, assembled and run by the CIA, Team X executed deniable operations around the world during the 1960s. When something was too well protected or too sensitive to just attack, Wolverine and the other members of Team X were sent in. Quick, quiet, and committed, the team took out targets both hard and soft with brutal efficiency. Of course, over here you've got a picture of Captain Britain, Multiple Man, and Mystique. Although it appears that the case my Toys R Us got in only had Team X Wolverine in it. Don't know what was going on with that. But that being said, really glad to have this guy. Let's pull him out of the packaging. And here we have Team X Wolverine out of packaging. Let's get a quick 360 of this bad boy. Of course, I just wanted you to get a look at him holding the gun because, once again, I'm tired of the same gun from Marvel Universe and I'm going to discard it. Another side note, the pistol on his chest is not removable, but the one on his side is. Of course, let's get a quick look at that in his hand. And really nice little feature, his finger actually goes through his trigger guard for once, as you can see there. Usually they just kind of jut out of the Marvel Universe figure's hands, so really glad to see they actually took the time to do that for once. But putting that back in his holster. Kind of disappointed both of them didn't come out, but seeing as one hand is closed into a fist permanently, not a very big deal. So let's actually go into the detail of this guy. As you can see there, once if I didn't mention already, those goggles do not slide down. They are permanently affixed to his head. I'm not insane about that face sculpt. Let's see how close we can get. Oops, lost focus. There's some very clear splotches of paint, a much brighter paint that kind of makes his face look like he's terribly sunburned. But the gear on his head looks nice. The goggles definitely have a nice shine. The headset looks nice. And his overall body armor looks great. There's a lot of nice little details hidden by the black paint. Of course, his holster there. All down him. Of course, his base. Let's actually get a full 360. See some of the gear on his arm. So, hang back out and sing this guy down. Actually, pull Team X Wolverine off his base here. Of course, the standard Marvel Universe base has the number 27 on it. On another side note, and this is just kind of a personal gripe for me, it just seems kind of weird. They left his foot at kind of an upward turn on his, like he's got his toes turned up almost. So he never stands flat-footed on his base, and while that's a very minute issue, it's one of those little things that's going to drive me nuts. But his arms go forward and back, hindered by his shoulder pads. Go out just fine. Bend at the elbow, spin at the wrist. He does a full 360 at the head, as well as some minor up and down. Does a full 360 at the torso, as well as some up and down. I mean the abdomen. Same for both arms. Legs don't seem to want to go out. They will spin. But I'm having a hard time getting him to go out. Oh, knocked his gun out. Oh, there we go. Just got to be careful with his legs. Double joint at the knee. And bend at the ankle. They're really stiff. Not terribly impressed by this guy's articulation. Not that it's bad, just I think it could have been a lot better. Of course, let's put him back on his base here. So, Team X Wolverine is just showing up in stores now. He's been online for a bit. He's an alright figure. He doesn't blow me away at all. Once again, though, I mainly bought this guy for nostalgia, so his purpose was to sit on a shelf and remind me of my childhood, and he's definitely going to do that well. And I really think they did a good job on his claws. Each one is a separate individual piece of plastic, I think. Wait, nope, I'm wrong. They're one solid piece of plastic with little cuts in them to make it like it's a individual piece. Very nice illusion, though. So overall, definitely not one of my more favorite figures out of the Marvel Universe line, but not one of my least favorites either. This guy is a very average figure for me. He's not bad. He's not amazing. He has about as many great points as he does bad points. So overall, this really comes down to it's up to you. I don't have a strong feeling one way or the other. Not crazy about the way they put it on his legs. Some of the face paint I feel is a little inadequate. And once again, they're issuing the same gun with each figure, which is over here. Last but not least, his secret files. And I rip it yet again. Of course, get all this out. His code for furyfiles.com. His little card. On the back, real name's James Howlett. Codename Wolverine, blah blah blah. Powers due to his extensive training as a soldier, special missions operative, samurai, spy, and a member of the X-Men. Wolverine is an exceptional hand-to-hand combatant, having mastered virtually every fighting style on Earth. And his little rip says, from Victoria Hand, on April 1st, to Norman Osborn. Sir, after retrieving previously lost Weapon X data files, I've come across important information on the exploits of Wolverine and his Team X cohorts. Dating back over 40 years ago, their Black Ops mission were quite extensive. I've also managed to find information on the carbodium synthesizer. Its exact whereabouts are still unknown, but I believe our tracking system have triangulated approximate area where an approximate area where Wolverine was said to be during the time of its disappearance. Our recon teams are headed there now. With a carbodium alloy currently in your possession, the synthesizer will prove vital to your armor upgrade. However, because of its highly toxic and poisonous properties, combined with the extensive process of breaking down the material to liquefy, the procedure is highly dangerous. I would not recommend you execute this on your own. This could be the time to have Sentry earn his keep. From Victoria Hand, sent from my Ozberry. That's kind of funny. Instead of a blackberry, an Ozberry. It's actually quite funny. But overall, once again, not amazing, not terrible. Overall, if you have as many nostalgic memories of this guy as I do, then he's worth the $7.50 at most stores to pick him up and put him on a shelf. That being said, this is JTrain997, and I'll see you soon, YouTube.